Welcome back to STRATCAST, a pure romance podcast created just for consultants. Today, we have a very special guest. I'm really excited. One of our powerhouse top consultants who's achieved nearly $170,000 in personal retail sales and group retail sales of nearly $2 million in 2018. I'd like to introduce Senior Executive Director Jen Kelly.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. It's a great day. I'm super excited.
I know. Happy 4th anniversary, by the way, to you and Eric.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Did you and Eric and the dogs, did you celebrate?
We haven't yet. We're actually headed to Boston. We're going to a Boston Yankees game to celebrate.
That's super cool. Awesome. I didn't know you guys were big Boston fans.
He's a Boston fan and I'm a Yankees fan, but I figured I would take him somewhere. Yeah. So we usually go to an MLB game every year for anniversary. So super excited.
That's awesome. Well, most of our listeners are consultants know my name is Jen Kidder and I work on the strategy team at Pure Romance. And today we're talking about social selling and going live on Facebook. So what better person to talk to than you doing, over 170,000 in sales for last year. So we know parties are the heartbeat of a consultant's business, an ultimate way to make money with your business. But we also know Facebook is a great way to make money. Wouldn't you agree, Jen?
Absolutely. I not only do I think in terms of Facebook or Instagram or anywhere, it's a great way to add additional income. So you have your parties, you have your online sales. It's like a third stream of income to me. It's the way I'm always thinking about it.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of our own consultants have so much success with social selling. So if you're a brand new consultant, maybe it's going live on your personal page. If you have been in the business for a while, maybe you have a VIP or a customer page created. It's something you can go live in those groups. So do you go live on your personal page or just your VIP customer page? Where do you sort of focus on?
So I tend to focus a little bit more on my personal page, but I definitely still utilize my VIP group. And the reason I do both is because I feel like when you're a pure romance consultant, you're really involved in the intimate lives of your customers. They're trusting you and they want to know more about you. So I give them not only pure romance products, but I go live about the dogs, for instance. That was the first question you asked me. So the more my clients are knowing about me, the more they're going to be tuning into my lives, for instance, about Kickstart and Body Boost.
Well, yeah. So, and you're an influencer, I feel like, on social media. And so when you start a video, you get people in general interested, you encourage people to ask questions and ultimately, get them to purchase products, right? Which is money in your pocket.
Yeah. So when they're able to see me on my regular Facebook page, going live or even just posting a selfie about a product, they're tuned in because they want to know what's going on. They want to know, well, hey, what's Jen Kelly doing today? Like what's going on? Like what crazy thing is she up to today? Whether it's me kayaking with the dog or, hey, I just fell in love with this brand new product we just released. You have to get it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's a must-have product that you need at least 3 bottles of it.
For sure. And it's crazy how Facebook Live, I think the view count climbed to 2 billion viewers last year. Like it's quadrupled in a single year. And I think Facebook Live, the search popularity increased, I think, by 330% in just 1 year. So people are using it. People are watching it, right?
Yeah, it's actually the first thing that pops up when you open up your Facebook app or even on your desktop. The first thing that will always pop up is the Facebook Live videos. They're actually going to go right into your algorithms right away, whether you tune into that person a lot more frequently rather than others, or maybe you've never even seen them. The first thing that always pops up is always going to be the Facebook Live videos. Always.
That's so cool. So let's talk a little bit about like your steps going live on Facebook. Like I know you take a look at your inventory. Let's kind of talk about what your process looks like.
So if I'm going to go live and I'm talking about a product, I'm always going to go live and see what I have first. So I'm going to go into my office or go into my, my car after I come home from a party the morning after. I'm going to see where I'm at. I'm going to say, all right, so if I have, for instance, I'll go back to the Kickstart and Body Boost, and I know maybe I have a couple extra. I'm always going to pair those two together because they complement each other, right? It's like summertime in 2 bottles.
I love that. Thing. So you're kind of selling 2 products, right, at the same time.
Yeah. And then they're going to come back for more because it's going to be a product that they're going to fall in love with and they're easily consumable. So I love to go live with products people are going to fall in love with. So same with like Cocoa Glow and Cocoa Glow and Chafe Escape. Same thing there. It's summertime right now, so when it comes to the summertime products, pairing anything together that they're going to use a lot of and continue to reusing it even all year long, you want them to see that product, fall in love with the product, get it in their hands, tell their friends about it, and even take pictures of it themselves and say, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Jen. I'm in love with this. I need 10 more bottles."
Then one of the things that you do that I think is brilliant is you don't necessarily mention the price,
Oh
right?
yeah, no, yeah. So I never really even talk numbers ever. And the reason being because I want them to be reaching out to me, so I can continue the conversation off of the live video. So they might be asking me questions while I'm on the live video. So if I'm talking about Kickstart, for instance, like, hey, what is it? What does it taste like? Um, is it like minty? Is it, like a little bit gingery? Like, what does it taste like? I'll answer that. And if they're asking, well, what's the price? I will literally say, hey, shoot me a message afterwards. I'll touch base with you afterwards for prices and specials and everything like that.
That's
And what
awesome.
that's going to get anyone, or even someone who might be just watching quietly, to reach out to me afterwards so that I can continue a conversation and maybe even upsell them on new products. Say, hey, do you need any refills on anything else? So I'm not just specifically selling them the 1 or 2 products I'm talking about on that live video. I might be taking their $60 order into a $150 order very quickly.
Jen, I don't know. We're actually Facebook friends, and I've been taking a look at some of your Facebook lives, and I just love how you're so genuine. Like you can tell you really love the products and really love your family and your dogs, and it just really, you always look really professional and have really good lighting and keep it short and sweet. So I always think you always incorporate those sort of quick tips into your live videos, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I actually, a lot of people do get a lot of people who might be starting out, whether you're a newer consultant or if you're a consultant who is maybe a little bit nervous to go live, you don't really know what to do. Maybe you don't have like the lighting, a lot, because the ring lights are so important.
The selfie
Um,
lights, I love those.
yeah. So a lot of the times I actually go live right in my window of my house. So I love my selfie light, but I will put my phone right up against my window in my house. So I'm getting the natural light as well. So don't feel like you have to jump right on into a selfie light right away. Go live during the day and utilize that natural light just to get a good feel for it and practice while that selfie light might be coming in the mail from Amazon.
No, that's a great suggestion. And I think some of the newer consultants, you might get nervous about being live on Facebook by showing your face. But I've seen plenty
Mm-hmm.
of consultants that just show the product, right? You don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to put your face in the camera, just by talking through some of the perks about the products and how you use them or how other customers really like using these products. So I think if you're starting out, that's also another option is you don't necessarily have your face in the camera. You can kind of gradually work your way up to that.
Yeah. And then another tip too is I've actually taken like an index card or maybe even something you just have sitting around the house like that size. And if you are really, really nervous about talking into your face, literally, put that card in front of your phone. So you're pretty much just talking to nothing, as if you were having a conversation with a friend on speakerphone, so that you're not necessarily seeing your face on your phone right now. So the first couple times you can get used to it, but it's still recording your face directly.
That's a
And
really good tip.
that's helped a lot of the people, especially during the Facebook Live challenges that we did a couple of years ago. So that really, really helped a couple of the people.
Very cool. And I think the more you do it, one of the biggest things that I've seen is being consistent. And Jen, when you go live at the same time every day, it's a part of your routine and your audience will know when you're joining, like your favorite TV show, like you know exactly what day and what time that it's coming on. So by going live every day, you'll have the opportunity to sell every day. So you have, a great way to make money in between parties. And even if you're not getting a sale every time, you're planting the seed, and don't get discouraged. After all, in sales, you typically get several no's before you get a yes. So who cares? So a lot of times you're just going on and educating and planting that either booking seed or selling seed, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're going live daily, don't feel like you have to go live every single day about coochie, for instance. Oh, I have to go live today about coochie, or I have to go live. You can absolutely go live about, maybe you're going kayaking that day and talk about, oh, I'm getting ready. I'm prepping all this cool stuff. And maybe you have a product sitting in the background. So that would be a really good way to indirectly still be talking about Pure Romance without even actually mentioning a product, but still having it there. And they're able to see it. They're able to see that it's in your home or in your garage or anywhere where you're actually going to be getting ready to go on through the day. They will pick up on it. They'll see that it's there. They're going to see that you're using it. And it's actually really cool to do it that way because they're going to say, oh, look, she's a product of her business. She's a customer of it, not just a consultant.
And one of the things that you do so well, I notice when you go live, you always, the first couple minutes, you always say people by name. Like, hey, Jen, thanks for joining. Like, oh, it was great to see you last week. Like, you're always mentioning people by name. What does that do? And how does that garner, even more interest and viewership?
So it makes people feel special, and it's always going to build a connection with them. So just as if I were to see you walking down the hallway and I said, hey, how are you? Versus, hey, Jen, how are you? It's so good to see you. How's this? How's that? It makes someone's heart feel warm. Right now, everyone's on their phone 24 hours a day, whether you're at work, you're on the bus. Everyone is always on their phone. So when you get that personal connection with someone, it immediately gives that like boost of, oh, she knows who I am, or oh, she remembered that, or she remembered it was my birthday, or that my cat was at the vet, and she made me feel special. So whenever I see someone jump on, I always try and do that. Hey, how are you, Susie? How's your new pair of sneakers you just got? I've been looking at a new pair of sneakers myself. It just makes them feel like, hey, I'm watching you too because I see you watching me.
That's really great. And your lives aren't that long. I think it's good to keep them short and sweet, especially if, I think people will hop on when they see that you're live, but you just want to make sure you're to the point and you have fun with it. That's the important thing. People don't want to necessarily, they want to know about your life too. They're really interested in knowing you as you. And I think a lot of customers buy products from certain consultants because they're buying from them specifically. They really love not only you as a consultant, but you as a person, right? They keep track of you. It's kind of like your own little reality show, right? With these Facebook Lives.
Yeah. So people buy, for instance, for me, people buy Pure Romance by Jen Kelly. They're not just buying Pure Romance. So they buy for me because, my dogs eat my shoes, and they buy for me because, my husband was a traveling, environmental construction worker. So he was all over the place. So they were like, oh, hey, how are you? Are you going to be in this area? I'll meet up with you. And I would go live and I would talk about all of these things in my life at the same time that I was running my business. And they were following with it the entire time. And that builds a connection with me so that they're more apt to come back to me,
building connection,
not just the product.
Absolutely. Yeah. Building connection just seems super important. And just as important is the follow-up. So after you go live, I think there are things obviously you need to do in order to make sure that you're kind of completing that process for the day. So I know you typically set aside, just for a couple hours just to kind of stay engaged and make the most out of your live video. What are some of the things that you do after you go live?
So like I said before, if someone's, if they've, private messaged me, or if I need to private message someone, I'm always going to be reaching out to them pretty much right away, because you want to make sure that they want that product, or they have interest in it right now. It's not 10 years from now. So making sure, it's almost kind of like if you've ever gone fishing, that bobber's gone down. So they're ready. Like they want it and they want it now. So reaching out to them in a timely manner, and then going from there, upselling them. Like I said, if, do you need any refills on anything else? Here's the brand new catalog, sending them that flipbook link. That is one of the best things that our company has to offer, that online catalog, because being able to flip through that, like those pages, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things in the entire world. And they're like, oh, you know what? Like, what is this whole entire brand new Healy line? Like, tell me all about it. And you can cross-sell and upsell the product that you might have just been talking about to go with whatever they're buying. And you can even pull up on your Pure sale what they've purchased in the past as you're talking with them and say, it's been a couple months since you purchased Coochie and it is the summertime. Do you by any chance need a new bottle of it? We have this scent, since last time you bought, we have a brand new scent. And
that's a really great idea.
You should totally get it. It's a perfect summer smell. It's perfect.
Yes, because based on their order, make sure you're suggesting products that will pair nicely with it. So let's say they pick the Kickstart, right? So you're going to complement what they're purchasing with another product maybe that you think they'd like. So I always think it's great too, if they're buying something in a scent, let them know all the products that are offered in that scent. I think that's
Yeah.
another great way to upsell. So you've talked to your customers, you've PM'd them, you've commented. So now you're sending your customers your invoice and you're packing orders. Do you stay engaged that way? Do you send selfies, or what types of marketing and planting more seeds do you do when you're shipping out some of these products?
So whenever I'm shipping out stuff, because I always, the post office for me is like, oh my goodness, I have to like go mail stuff out. So I try and get myself excited about the post office.
They probably
So
know you by name there, don't they?
so I live, I live in small town USA. So, so it's like a rural post office. It closes for an hour and a half in the middle of the day. Like it is,
That's funny.
it's so fun. But like, it's like, so the post office, like I have to time it at the right time. So for me to stay, like I get so excited to keep myself excited about the post office. So I will take pictures. I will post them in my VIP group then, not just like my regular Facebook page. Cause then by crossing them over saying, hey, orders are going out today. Hope you're pumped up. And I will literally get people engaged saying, hey, like for my flash sale, for instance, how much do you think it costs to ship all this out for the flash sale? And like closest to a guess is going to mail you out a prize. And I get people engaged that way.
And you create excitement and some FOMO. I'm sure people are like, hey, I need that too, or I need a refill. It kind of triggers them to remember, oh yeah, I need something. I'm gonna reach out to Jen.
Like, did she do a sale? Like, so if there's, if I went live and I talked about Kickstart and I sold, 50 bottles of Kickstart, and oh my goodness, how did she do a sale? Did I miss a sale? Like what happened? Oh my goodness. And it gives them that excitement of, oh, well, you know what? I got to message her right now because I need something. And I didn't even know that I just missed this sale. Like I didn't even know.
That's super smart.
And I'll post it. And I literally I stop at the post office on my way to or from the gym. And I literally look like a normal human being. I'm not too dolled up or anything. I'm in my gym clothes. And that gives them like, hey, look, she's out and about. She's running errands. And I just take a quick picture with like the receipt or with like all my packages all packaged up. And that's going to give them kind of like oh, look, like this is how she runs her business. She's a normal person. And that also is going to kind of drop a sponsoring seed, which is really cool as well.
Yep. So, sponsoring seeds, booking seeds, like how can how can they get this product for free? That's also a fun spin.
Yeah. So speaking of that, when somebody says, oh, well, I really do want something else, but when I'm in that private message with them, but I just really, I can't afford it right now. I don't stop there. Oh, I completely understand. Like, no worries. I don't say like, okay, like I'll hit you up later. I say, well, hey, why don't we get this whole entire wish list for free? I've got 4 more open dates in August.
That's really smart. And I'm sure you get a lot of bookings going that route.
I do. And I do that all the time when somebody says, hey, I need to order another bottle of Coochie. Awesome. Well, it's XYZ amount of money, or, I do have a couple dates left open. I'll give you, a bottle for free as a hostess gift.
That's great. And even if they say no, like we talked about before, you're planting seeds, which is great. And you're planting seeds because, if they do say no or they do say yes, you have a reason to follow up with them later. So some of the great things about having these customers that are purchasing or interacting with you with your Facebook Lives is by following up. And follow up is a courtesy to your customers, right? And I know they appreciate the reminder. We have new products that are launching soon. You can reach out to that group and say, hey, we've got new products, who's interested in getting their hands on it before anyone else. So I know you can pull my customer order report on your COO and kind of figure out who needs those refills every 3 months, because a lot of these products are consumable. So it gives you a reason to reach back out to them.
Yeah. So I love, 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 love following up, because not only are you able to say, hey, I just want to check in and see if you need anything, but just to give your customers a thank you. When was the last time that you were able to, like, when you were actually thanked for spending your money somewhere? Mm-hmm. And that's gonna create that relationship, just like it would if you were to go in and just go comment on their picture of, their dog that just got groomed that day on their Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
That thank you alone is so important. And that's gonna have them, hey, I just want to say thank you for, shopping 3 months ago. You really helped keep me in business, and I wouldn't be here without you. And I also just wanted to check and see if you had any questions or if you needed anything from me at all. And that's going to, hey, yeah, they're going to immediately reply with, maybe no, I don't need anything right now, but I really do appreciate you just saying thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to plant a seed for later on down the road that they're going to keep you in mind. So maybe in a month, if they need something, they're going to come back to you.
And even following up when it comes to, I think August is like the biggest birthday month of the year, which I think birthdays are important to capitalize on throughout the year. I think it gives an additional, when you're entering your customer or hostess's contact information in My Parties on your COO, you're hopefully getting their birthday. And I know, Jen, I feel like I've seen you at some point do a lot of promotions where you're reaching out to, hey, where are my August birthdays? And sort of following up there to see kind of, what products they want as their birthday kind of treat. Have you done something like that before?
I have. So I've actually done an actual birthday online party. So specifically, August 1st, I will say, where are all my August birthday peeps? And I will drop them into a group specifically. And then from there, I'll allow them 5 invites only. And then from there, they'll be able to invite those five ladies to the online party. And then we'll do maybe an online quickie 20-minute demo. I'll drop some fun little sale products, and then anyone who shops that will be entered to maybe win like a door prize or something, which could be like a free bottle of Kiss with their order that I got on sale.
Nice. And I'm sure you sometimes bundle really some products together as well. I know you've got, just some of our best sellers.
Yeah. So I love a bundle, and I love to wrap bundles of products just because I love to open up a present.
You like Christmas, don't you? I feel like you like to wrap.
I do. My mother-in-law actually asked me this past year if I paid someone to wrap my presents for me.
That's funny.
Yeah, she was it was very funny. But so I'll just order really, really inexpensive cellophane clear bags. They're not anything fancy. And I will put some really, really cheap frilly stuff on the bottom of them. And I'll put in there my top sellers, and I'll call them Jen's favorite things. So I'll throw in there
that. And you probably use products that you have in stock, right? So you're moving that inventory.
Yeah. I'm always constantly moving inventory. So if it's, Cocoa Glow, the Kickstart, Just Like Me, a bottle of Coochie, and the Chafe Escape, those are my favorite products for the liquid line. And I will toss those in a bag. I'll pretty it all up, and I'll post it in my VIP group, and I'll say, hey, I've got 15 Jen's favorite things bags. Here's the price. Who's excited and who wants one?
And I love that you put a limit on those. So it sounds like, I've got to be one of the first to kind of get one of these.
And they sell out quick, and because of that. And then once they sell out, can I get next? Can I get next? And then I will private message them and say, hey, one just became available. And then it's magic. One just became available because I always have a couple extra.
Wow. Social selling, just seriously, if consultants are not selling on social media, they're really leaving money on the table. And outside sales, they do not replace parties by any means. And I know you know that, but really there is so much money to be made on the social selling side. I really think if you're not currently doing it, go outside your comfort zone and go live on Facebook, or you really have to tap into that social selling, because I know Jen and I know several consultants are really reaping a lot of the benefits from going live and selling online.
Yeah. So, when you're adding an extra stream of income into your daily or monthly, I should say monthly budget, it really, really helps to utilize what you have in front of you, right? I mean, we're able to add in so much income into our family's budget through Pure Romance. So why not just add an extra stream into that additional stream we have through Pure Romance as well?
Absolutely. Well, Jen, thank you so much. Consultants, for other details and a step-by-step video on going live on Facebook, check out the social media decoded section on your consultant online office. But a huge thank you to Jen Kelly for joining us today. Jen, you are just amazing and filled with so much information and just are killing it. And I'm sure going to blow us all out of the water for 2019. So thanks for joining us on this episode of STRATCAST by Pure Romance. Good luck with your Facebook Lives and social selling. It's been fun.
Bye.